President Hirschhorn, on behalf of the faculty of Otis College of Art and Design, it is our privilege to announce that the class of 2021 has assembled for graduation.
Graduates, proud parents, family, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests, it is my great pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Trustees to the Otis College of Art and Design 2021 Commencement Ceremony. To each of the graduates, I want you to know how proud I am of your accomplishments. It has been an honor to see many of your works in shows and exhibitions. Sadly, I was able to meet only a few of you this year on Zoom and even fewer in person. I hope you will take the time in future to return to campus and find me. I look forward to getting to know you better. Last year, I said a few words about resilience. Resilience is a skill no one wants to teach or learn, but it's an invaluable quality that will serve you well. This past year has taught you resilience. This year, I also want to say a few words about opportunity. Your world is being reinvented and reimagined in real time. Whether it's public health, social justice, or art and design, your world is spinning at a slightly different angle than it was a year ago. Take advantage of this change. Explore new opportunities. Disruption on a global scale does not come often, and I'm excited to see what you make of it in your future. I'm also excited to honor our faculty and chairs of departments who work so hard as mentors and intellectual friends to support and spur the creative environment for artistic development. I want to take this moment to thank all faculty and chairs. The Otis College of Art and Design Teaching Excellence Awards recognize 3 outstanding educators for their commitment to the college, their clear, effective teaching, and their exceptional ability to respond to a diverse student body. They have been carefully selected based on nominations from students, faculty, colleagues, department chairs, and Otis alumni. I am pleased to announce the 3 award recipients this year. Chris Warner, Associate Professor in Foundation, has received the Distinguished Educator Award, a distinction reserved for long-term faculty of all ranks who consistently motivate students, inspire departmental colleagues, and create a lasting impression of an extraordinary educator. Joanne Staton, Assistant Professor in Liberal Arts and Sciences, has received the Excellence in Teaching Award given to a full-time faculty member or teaching department administrator. And Ronnie Feldman, Adjunct Assistant Professor in Foundation, has received the Excellence in Teaching Award given to an adjunct part-time faculty member or one who has recently served in that capacity. These awards honor faculty who communicate a thorough knowledge of and enthusiasm for their subject and transform or enhance teaching methodology and practice. It is now my pleasure to introduce Jisan Lee Esparro, Provost of the College.
Members of the class of 2021, today is a celebration of your artistic and academic achievements. The highest honor given in a major program is the Academic Excellence Award. Recipients are selected by each department based primarily on academic achievement, quality of work, and personal character. It is now my privilege to recognize the 2021 recipients of Academic Excellence Awards. From our graduate programs, Esther Lee, MFA Fine Arts. Isayana Kempa, MFA Graphic Design. And from our undergraduate programs, Mershad Khalili, Architecture, Landscape, Interiors. From Communication Arts, Kang Nawin, Graphic Design. Kip Bui, Illustration. From Digital Media, Natalia Andrea Pera Mejia, Animation. Ele Yassin, Game and Entertainment Design. Andrea Ortiz Rivera, Motion Design. Julia Hyomin Choi, Fashion Design. From Fine Arts, Sydney Busick, Painting. Eric Cortez, Photography. Justin Akioka, Product Design. Rosina Hung, Toy Design. Congratulations! The valedictorian is the senior who best exemplifies the dedication, creative intelligence, and willingness to learn that every graduating student here has brought to their Otis College education. I now have the honor of introducing the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Kang Na-win. Communication arts major Kang Na-win was chosen as the 2021 valedictorian for his continuously stellar academic performance throughout his Otis College career and the exceptional quality of his work. Kang often draws inspiration from his Vietnamese home and culture and proudly does so to show its beauty by way of graphic design, illustration, drawing, painting, as well as employing creative makeup looks by using his own face as a canvas. Rewarded by seeing his designs printed, published, and consumed, he cares deeply about how they communicate to the world, not just their aesthetic. In the words of communication arts chair Kelly Nikitas, Kang proves over and over again to be exceptionally talented, generous, dedicated, and driven to succeed. Kang engaged in both graphic design and illustration, excelling in each discipline, showing by example that the two fields of study can merge beautifully when a student is seeking to shape their ideal practice. And in the words of Communication Arts Assistant Chair Joe Potts, Kang consistently goes above and beyond, creating work that is highly inventive, imaginative, and personal, while also giving support and inspiration to his fellow students. He brings an energy, an enthusiasm, and a sense of joy to his work, and has been an inspiration to all of us in the department. Kang Na-win reflects Otis College's highest values and mission. He is a talented, passionate, and deeply thoughtful artist who, as our mission statement proclaims, enriches our world through his creativity, his skill, and his vision. In all these ways, and in so many others, Kang truly embodies the aspirations of our college. Please join me in welcoming valedictorian Kang Na-win.
Welcome everyone. Xin chào tất cả mọi người. President Charles J. Hirschhorn, trustees, Provost Jason Lee Isbara, honored guests, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. My name is Kang, and I am thrilled to represent the great class of 2021. I would like to thank the Academic Excellence Award Committee for entrusting me with this significant honor. I'm so grateful for being a part of the Communication Arts Department, being mentored by the most amazing and thoughtful faculty, and being friends with my classmates throughout my time at Otis College. I also wish to extend my gratitude to Mrs. Javidzad Fleming, Creative Director of Communications and Marketing Department at Otis College, for always being the light in my tunnel, always trusting, helping, and supporting me. And last but most importantly, I want to say thank you to my parents, who are 7,000 miles away from me, for everything. Seeing you happy and proud, I feel happy and proud. And I want to say this out loud in Vietnamese for you. Con cảm ơn ba mẹ, con tốt nghiệp thủ khoa rồi. Class of 2021, we did it. We had reached one of the most important milestones in our life, especially during this chaotic time of the pandemic. We have worked so hard through a wild journey full of ups and downs, days and nights, and tears and laughter. So we deserve today to celebrate our accomplishment. Don't ever forget those all-nighters that we pulled together, and we were the first ones who saw the first beam of sunlight through the windows in a Manson building. Or every 11 a.m. when we had lunch together and shared how upset we were when our works got bad critiques. Those are memories that I bet most of us share during our years at Otis, and because they are memories, they stay forever in the past. So please, look at each other's faces now through our Zoom screens and feel proud of ourselves because we did it. I know that many of you, including myself, feel worried and anxious about our future because of the pandemic. I ask myself, will I get a job? What am I going to do after I graduated? And additionally, will I be able to stay in the United States since I'm an international student? But instead of trying to find answers, we just need to do our best and follow what we are truly passionate about, like all what we have done to be here today. Don't just dream, make it a goal and be serious with your goal. Invest in it and you will achieve it. I would like to share with you a little bit about my background. I am from southern Vietnam. I came to the United States 5 years ago for my education. The first few months of being in a foreign country on my own were exciting and fascinating. But not too long after, I started experiencing more and more struggles. For instance, housing, transportation, and especially cultural differences. In the first year, I had to move to 5 different apartments without having a car and even used to live in a space next to the kitchen of my host family. But you know what the worst part is? Homesick. I felt homesick all the time. Seeing my classmates going home on the holidays, seeing random kids in the park playing with their moms and dads made me miss my parents, my close friend, and everyone in Vietnam a lot. There were indeed sweat and tears, but that was how I gained experience and grew up more independently. I allowed myself to feel sad, worried, and anxious sometimes because they are normal emotions that everyone has. But I didn't let them affect my energy. As the saying goes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Everyone has their own and different challenges, but challenge is the crucible of greatness. This is my favorite quote from a book titled The Leadership Challenge by Jim Kozes and Barry Posner. Before we all went to remote learning, we were able to print and hang our work on the wall before every class. We were able to stay all night in the lab to finish homework, even at the very last minute. And now when everything is online, we still make the best out of the circumstance. We all learn to adapt and be independent. Think about it. A lot of us have to handle school projects, part-time jobs, and take care of ourselves at the same time. There were many responsibilities and challenges, but we nailed it. I think everyone at this college has learned a lot through 2020 and the first half of 2021. We learned to protect and amplify the voices of our communities. We learned to accept and love each other regardless of our different backgrounds. For my ComArt fellows, I believe our job is not only to design a cool-looking poster or logo, but also to design for the community. Our responsibility as artists and designers is to build a bridge between our artwork and the audience, so we have to make sure that everyone feels welcome. The good news is that campuses are planning to reopen this coming fall. Many places are getting back to normal, which means there will be many opportunities awaiting us ahead. I am looking forward to a day when we all can meet again and celebrate this together, as we should. Thank you so much for listening. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Kang, for your remarks. We are proud of your accomplishments. We now come to a special portion of the ceremony. It's our custom to present the honorary doctorate each year to an individual who has made remarkable contributions to the arts and whose achievements represent the standard of excellence to which Otis College of Art and Design is committed. This year we have a special honoree, Lauren Halsey. Mei Lee Nay, Chair of the Otis Board of Trustees, will introduce our honoree.
We are privileged to have Lauren Halsey with us today and are proud to bestow upon her the college's highest academic honor. The citation included in her award reads as follows: Lauren, with a practice reflecting on the relationship between architecture and community building, you manifest an account of the fluid conditions in urban centers and beyond. Inspired by Afrofuturism and funk, your use of standalone, site-specific, and installation work challenges convention and reevaluates how culture defines what is possible for art, architecture, and notions of community engagement. A native Angelino whose practice that remains based in the city you redeem as home, you realize, record, and represent an account of the fugitive conditions of the city that engage and activate the community from your past and present. Your work honors and maintains signifiers of your community and neighborhood while conveying a range of images, including frequented local culture and landmarks. Maintaining a strong commitment to the South Central area as it informed your childhood and is an ongoing inspiration, your work encourages a communal space in which locals can gather and hold shared events as a testament to not only surviving that, but flourishing within an ephemeral cityscape being erased with gentrification. Your work serves as a testament to those courageous members in your community while serving as a living archive of that community's culture and beauty. As a catalyst for support and change, you operate not only in the art world, but also the real world to serve and provide to the community in quantifiable gestures by way of anonymous food distribution, produce donations, as well as a garden for plants and art objects alike. You studied as an undergraduate student at California Institute of the Arts and received your BFA before heading east to Yale University to receive an MFA. Notable institutions have recognized your work since and have been exhibited at Foundation Louis Vuitton, Paris, the Museum of Contemporary Art, Los Angeles, the Hammer Museum, Los Angeles, Armory Center for the Arts, Pasadena, Museum of Modern Art, New York, and Recess, New York. Otis College of Art and Design recognizes your unique ability to create a visionary manifestation of culture that is reflective, challenging, and community engaged. In recognition of your exceptionally fluid vision and imagination, we are pleased and honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Lauren Halsey, by the authority vested in me by the trustees of Otis College of Art and Design, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa, and admit you to all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereof. It is now my privilege to present to you Dr. Lauren Halsey, who will give the commencement address for the class of 2021.
Thank you so much to the Otis faculty, staff, and students for giving me this honor of getting to speak to you, the graduating class of 2021. I'm so grateful to be here to congratulate you, to share the exhausting, confusing, inspiring, transitional time of this pandemic with you. If I'm being honest with you at all, I almost didn't accept this assignment. I almost called to cancel a dozen times. I wasn't sure what advice I could give when I'm struggling myself, when I don't know where my path will take me. But I hope knowing that frees you from taking my advice too seriously from any idea that you have of me being an expert. In fact, I'm your peer. I make art about place and placemaking. So when I thought about what to tell you today about building a life after graduating, I thought about wayfinding, how we manage to get around the places where we live and work, how we follow our feet to get to where we need to go. You don't have to make work about placemaking like I do. You don't even have to end up making art at all, but you will find your way. More than likely, your path, like all desired paths, will only look like a path when you look back, when you trace the route you took in retrospect. That's how I see my own path between South Central LA, basketball, architecture, funk, and art. My family has been in South Central LA since the 1920s and the 1930s via the Great Migration. With that, I've inherited deep neighborhood pride, love, and responsibility, all of which I've totally embraced as my life's mission. I can remember as a kid on Sundays during halftime when the Raiders would play, my father would sort of have these calls to action in some way or another, asking what I'm going to do for my neighborhood and suggesting that I better do something transcendent. So no matter what city I was living in, no matter what school I was attending, no matter how old I was, that always stuck with me. For about half of my life, I was on the path to become a basketball player. I played all the major tournaments in California, Slam and Jam, TPI, was on an Adidas traveling team hoping to get recruited. And at the time, my life goal was to get drafted by Pat Summitt at the University of Tennessee and become LA's next Lisa Leslie or Dawn Staley. That totally didn't happen. After high school, I went to El Camino Community College in Torrance, hoping to become an architect. There, I took a design build class a few times during my last semesters, and that kind of collaboration between architecture and construction students, making and building together, it felt so right. To re-envision and sort of remap my neighborhood via blueprints and building these proposals in the construction field with our hands also stuck with me. At El Camino, I took my first hardcore art class, printmaking, around the same time with Paul Gelman. He said over and over to me, just to make something about where I'm from. So the art classes allowed me to funkify the vision of the architecture work and sort of break out the limitations and the strictness of the rulers, of CAD, of being at the drafting table. I eventually transferred to Cal Arts and began to appropriate various architectural processes to reframe the blueprints and eventually build fantastical structures. When my grandmother and aunt were driving me up the 5 to Valencia for school, I rode the bus, I took the trains, 3-4 hours, depending on traffic in LA, to get back and forth from Cal Arts to my neighborhood every week. I eventually found my people at the school, Douglas Kearney, Tisa Bryant, Charles Gaines, and so many more. Charles told me early on, it doesn't matter where you do it. It could be your bedroom, your kitchen table, your backyard, but no matter what, you have to figure out a way to make your work. And that completely stuck. It wasn't until I had a residency at the Studio Museum in Harlem that I called myself an artist. It was there that I met people who are obsessed with the same myths, the same sort of freestyle building language, them as actual pyramid designers and pyramid builders, and me as an aspiring fantastical architect. But from there, I developed a building language and just started to develop these hieroglyphics. After grad school and the Studio Museum in Harlem residency, I eventually moved into my grandmother's house with my cousins and set up a studio in her garage and her backyard. So any given day when I was there, my little cousins would come home from school, finish their homework, London, Ajane, Diani, Dale, and we'd be in the backyard making something together. And then it was their mothers, my cousin Shanae, my aunt Fawn, and then it was my friends, some who still work in the studio with me, and then it was Dee, and then my girlfriend Monique, and we all kept working, just as we're working collaboratively together today. And ever since, I've been leading a studio in the neighborhood I grew up in, where I co-author my sculptures and installations with my friend and my community, only working alongside people I admire, love, and respect. So though I didn't become Lisa Leslie or Dawn Staley, though I didn't become an architect with a capital A, though I didn't become an honorary member of Parliament Funkadelic, I'm pretty shocked every day that I've figured out a way to live a life where I can be present, I can give back, build structures, whether it's considered architecture, art, or not. In 1975, Toni Morrison gave a speech at Portland State University, which I come back to again and again and again. Her advice has been essential to me as I've made my way. She said in this speech, the artist's role is to bear witness, to contribute to the record, the real record of life as they know it. She also said, educating our oppressors is not our business. But if it was important, the best way to do it is to not explain anything to him, but to make ourselves strong, to keep ourselves strong. She said there was no distinction between the artist and the real workaday world. Art is work. It is hard work, and it's a lot of work that needs to be done. So as you start out on your path, I give you the advice that essentially saved my life after school, in the same predicament you find yourselves in today. My girlfriend likes to remind me to rest. That's so important. Do that. Rest. Whatever that looks like for you. Go to the beach, take a bike ride, read a book, eat something, something you like, ponder. And I always remember, as Miss Lauryn Hill sings, the world is a hustle. Be your authentic selves. Keep yourself strong. Lean on your loved ones, your mentors, your family, your community, your friends. Build, and it's so important to build together. As you develop your studios, as you develop your practice, make sure to set boundaries with your art practice. Participating in a marketplace comes with its cost, but it's important to know that you can set your limits on how you engage. You can decide who gets to buy your work. You can make your rules for where the work lives when it leaves your studio or a show. It's important you to know that you must assert your autonomy and your agency early on, like right now. It's crucial. And as I said before, figure out how to make your work. Figure out ways to engage the creative process at any scale with your particular skills and with whatever supplies, with whatever space you can find and you have access to. Any place can be an art studio. It doesn't matter where so much, just get to work. So my former teacher, Paul Gelman, told me to make something about where I was from. And after a while, I realized it was crucial to not only represent and reframe where I'm from, but to contribute tangibly to where I'm from, to and for South Central, to recycle not just the knowledge, but to also redistribute resources, infrastructure, funds, jobs, now healthy food, just everything in its totality to give back. While I was in art school, I realized that all of this work, all of this activity had to generate some sort of communal space for my neighborhood in some form or fashion. So early on, I started saving as much money as I could from my practice, from every sale, every grant, every award I landed. And in 2019, I was able to open up a community center next door to my studio called Summit Everything Community Center. It was originally meant to be sort of a traditional community center space that provides recreational, creative, and educational support at no cost to children and young adults at a very high level. But because of limitations with COVID-19, we haven't yet opened our after school program. We haven't yet opened our state-of-the-art computer lab and music studio, any of the indoor programming we imagined. But this coming May 16th, it will be exactly a year that every single Friday, Summit Everything, we were able to distribute 600 to 900 organic produce boxes and healthy hot meal to folks in Watts and South Central. And this effort continues to grow weekly. Now we're dreaming up a community land trust, a model of architecture which isn't necessarily about one building or isn't about a shelter, but it's a way to own land and hold space at a large scale for folks in the community. So know that I'm telling you this to guide you. I'm also guiding myself along my own path. Maybe I'll still apply to SciArc and become an architect one day. Maybe the land trust will take me away from art with a capital A and I'll work towards building my entire life. Maybe I'll play basketball overseas. But if, like Toni Morrison says in that Portland State speech, there's no distinction between the artist and the real working world, then any path you take after this moment will be your practice, informed by your interest in reporting life as you know it. And just because this was my path doesn't mean it's yours. So trust yourselves to follow your feet. Know that destinations don't always send invitations and that making sense sometimes comes after the fact. Any kind of practice, art included, is really just the endurance to do what you want to do and to do it with whoever you make your people, your family, your friends, your peers. So lean on your mentors, lean on your friends, find a way, whatever way, to make your work. And if art after this is no longer your work, know that's okay too. Your path doesn't need bright floodlights or neon signs. It needs your trust in yourself and your trust in your people. So congratulations, and I encourage you to stay authentic, stay creative, and to the graduating class of 2021, thank you so much for letting me share space with you. Congratulations for all you have already accomplished, for getting this moment on this day, and for everything you're about to do.
Thank you, Dr. Lauren Halsey, for your inspiring address. At this time, I invite Provost Jisan Lee Isbara to lead us in the highlight of the ceremony, the awarding of the Master of Fine Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees. Along with the faculty, we are extremely proud of this year's graduates.
Before we begin the conferral of degrees, we'd like to acknowledge and recognize the programs that compose our core curriculum and are central to the success of our graduates. The first-year foundation program, the Department of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and Creative Action, an integrated learning program. I'd like to welcome the department chairs of our graduate degree programs.
As the interim chair of MFA Fine Arts, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in MFA Fine Arts. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts.
Xiaoping Chang Whitworth, Sharon Barnes, Sylvia Obe Eisenberg, Delaney Engel, Amy Friedberg, Wei Gao, Jo Hee Kwak, Esther Jeannie Lee, Veronica Weston Marshall, Elizabeth Medina, Julia Rose Solazo, Rune Se Wang.
As the chair of MFA Graphic Design, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in MFA Graphic Design, President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests. I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts.
Itzayana Kampa, Malak Al-Melki, Johara Al-Tuwejeri, Jessica Berge, Si Lin Huang, Soyeon Lim, Lyra Lin, Joshue Marcelino Molina, Kayla Toshia Roberts, Willie John Smith Jr., Eric Agbor Tambe, Julian Traxler, Hanyu Wang, T.U. Yang, Wei Yin, Yue Zhu.
As the chair of MFA Writing, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in MFA Writing. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts.
Alexi Carol Gehring, Geneva Aristonova, Julia Zelli,
At this time, I would like to welcome the department chairs of our undergraduate degree programs.
As chair of the Architecture, Landscape, Interiors Department, I'm pleased to introduce the degree candidates in Architecture, Landscape, Interiors. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Josh Haig, Anthony Bueno, Antonella Cano, Nicholas Navid Farzan, Mershad Khalili, Silji Nicole Na, Ong Kin Nyunt, Tanaz Salazadeh, Cole Sophia Smith, Kira Tomenga, Helen Wang, Tino Zeng.
As the chair of the Communication Arts Department, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in Communication Arts. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Lucas Cantu Guerra, Brandon Bailey, Karen Yasmin Barton, Sean Christian Slaughter, Esmeralda Benavides, Ivan Gonzalo Cisneros, Charlotte Kitty Cohen, Benjamin Andrew Dines, Diana Estela Espinoza, Joel R. Harris, Matthew Horn, Kang Nguyen, James Oki, Colton William Allerdesson, Sarah Palicat, Kiana Tenerelli, Kai Rong Wu, Keith Bowie, Brandon Burris Davis, Maria Isabel Carrillo, Celeste Carrillo, Catherine Chow, Douglas Day, John Eugene Olag, Sin Jae Q. Isabella Bells Reyna. Jasmine Jude Salas. Taylor Hyung-ki Seo. Uthman Sharif. Veronica Velasquez Aviles. Angel Wang. Elizabeth Claire Zametz.
As the chair of the Digital Media Department, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in digital media. I am proud of you all. I love you all. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guest, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Natalia Andrea Parra Mejia. Paige Alsborg. Mark Barsoum. Carlos Antonio Campos Lara. Juan Carlos Cruz. Noel Rosia Davidson. Aidan Bernard Dwyer. Logan Earhart. Amber Nicole Grossenbacher. Noah Guerrero. Emma Halushka. Zaiwan Hong. Jamie Jenkins. Yi-Fu Lee. Elizabeth Marie Lopez. Brittany Ann Ludwig. Allegra Mia Martinez. Raimi Moses. Abigail Dobbin O. Alexandria Sasha Otel Roten. Eli Deuteronomy Sanchez Jr. Caitlin Elizabeth Stearns. Tucker Lane Woolley. Nicholas Azurin. Christine Back. Kira Chang. Louis Chen. Catherine Siu Han. Daniel Jimenez. Susie Lee. Lucy Llewellyn. Denise Lopez. Tina Liu. Mike Nazare. Nubia O'Hare. Sejun Park. Angelica Beatrice Miguel Pascual. Elise Perryman. Catherine Ramirez. Peng Wang. Saria Kyung Sun Wong. Jordan Wong. Ele Wael Yassin. Caitlin Yee. Katrina Yepes. Fenny Yuan. Michael Zabalsa. Batul Asayhati. Lai He. Ian Jocelyn. Yoonji Kim. Minkyu Kim. Yana Klish, Ine Lee, Peng Kun Mao, Andrea Ortiz, Angeli Pham, Ruohan Rachel Q, Blair Jiwan Shin, Sarab Sriwas, Marisa Vaughn, Ben Weiland,
As the chair of the Fashion Design Program, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in Fashion Design, President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests. I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor's of Fine Arts.
Tania Yitun Ji, Genesis Aguayo, Sokom Chia, Quan Zhang Chen, Hyo Min Choi, Emmett Rene de Zubiria, Feng Jiao Gao, Soline Gautier, Isabella Lopez, Leah Na, Jun Sin Pang, Anna Paradiso, Esmeralda Quiroz, Viridiana Ramirez, Caleb Stern, Chen Christopher Sun, Elimar Michelle Valle, Johnny Wang, Ruofan Su, Xinru Yang, Yiming Zhang, Natalie Ivasian, Emily Lewis, Ray Rigaud.
As chair of the Fine Arts Department, I'm pleased to introduce the degree candidates in Fine Arts. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Jenna Renee Smith, Eric Christian Cortez, Molly Dickler, Kia Min Tet, Julia Landis, Courtney McGinnis, Lucas Mitchell, Brianna Elizabeth Sines, Latifa Aliyah Whittington, Jason Burns, Sydney Busick, Chandler Dangard, Emma Diffley, Amura Gonzalez, Tiffany Gutierrez, Yi Wen Hu, Katie Irish, Delaney Inez Jackson, Augusta Kokas, Jun Hui Lin, Scout Parkerson, Rain Marguerite Margot Rocher, Lindsay Stolman, Ziyu Wu, Camila Caceres, John Robert Williams.
As the chair of the Product Design Department, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in Product Design. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Justin Akioka, Colin Aziz, Kira Banco, Bodie Barnett, Jenna Rose Badajan, Kai Jin Byun, Jenna Choi, Jin Seal Chung, Hannah Damp, Annabelle De Reuter, Jun Yi Duan, Karim Falzuz Leonov, Yu Kun Feng, Zhou Fu, Amber Grable, Ashley He, Joshua Huang, Gregory Hutnick, Myrna Camel, Esther Kim, Grace Lee, Jae-ho Lee, Mark Lee, Christopher Lim, Daniela Mataria, Gabriella O'Connor, Seung Jae Oh, Edward Pan, Eric Rios, Julian Perry, Mickey Shen, CJ Sierra, Ike Smith, Yu Tang, Samantha Vaughn, Zach Verney, Sheng-Ting Wang, William Wang, Zhang Jin Wang, Sabrina Wang, Nash Ward, Craig Wei, Zhao Feng Wen, Jia Su, Jamie Yu, Sihan Yu, Yi Yuan.
As the interim chair of the Toy Design Department, I am pleased to introduce the degree candidates in toy design. President Hirschhorn, Board of Trustees, and honored guests, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Catherine Krupski, Matthew Bowersock, Alexandria Mae Brown, Karen Boon Choi Rod, Ji Woo Choi, Seong Yeon Chung, Eddie Hermosillo, Heaven Hodges, Rosina Hung, Alyssa Maldonado, Andy Monroe, Winnie Win Gwyn, Hyung Seok Shim, Femi Uner, Jade Wada, Ju Wang.
Trustee Chair Ney and President Hirshhorn, the candidates recognized today have completed all of the requirements for the Master of Fine Arts degree or the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, it is now my privilege to ask that you confer their respective degrees upon them.
I would like to offer my congratulations to each of you for the significant accomplishment being celebrated today. Your hard work and the personal sacrifices you made in reaching this important milestone are a true reflection of your abilities and commitment. You are now in a position to make a significant difference in the world, and I wish you continued success and prosperity. I would now like to call upon President Hirshhorn to confer your degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the State of California and Board of Trustees of Otis College of Art and Design, I confer upon you the degrees of Master of Fine Arts and Bachelor of Fine Arts, and admit you to all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges thereof. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty, and especially our graduates, thank you for joining us here for this special occasion. I would also like to extend thanks to those Otis College community members who assisted with commencement. The 2021 Commencement Ceremony of Otis College of Art and Design is hereby adjourned. Thank you for attending. We invite everyone on Zoom to unmute and cheer for the class of 2021.
Congratulations to the Otis College of Art and Design class of 2021. Thank you for joining us.
Here. I just wanted to congratulate all of you on this outstanding achievement. I'm so proud of you. I also wanted to give a special shout out to my incredible student leaders who are graduating this year. You have made such an amazing impact in our OWL community, and I will always treasure our time together. Congratulations.
And I know you're going to do great things. Mwah!
Hey, MFE class. We can only imagine how hard you guys have worked. And you can only imagine how much we wish we were there to give you a hug and to send you off to a world in desperate need of your knowledge and your power.
Congratulations!
Congratulations! Whoop whoop! These are your two parents. Really excited that our youngest child is graduating. Like, we're super excited. But no, really, we are very proud of you. And we think you have a bright future, and we're just excited.
Good job, Court. Really proud of you.
Bye, sweetie.
Hi, class of 2021. Anna here from Career Services. I just want to say congratulations. You've accomplished so much in an exceptionally hard year. So I wish you the best of luck.
Congrats, class of 2021. You made a huge accomplishment throughout this really difficult year, like no other. I know there'll be great things ahead of you, and I wish you all the best and all the success that you deserve.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You've worked hard and you deserve this celebration. I wish you all the best on your next adventures in life.
You worked really hard, and we're so very proud of you. Love you so much.
Yes, congratulations, children.
You still continue to amaze me with your talent and dedication to creating your art.
Congratulations, everyone, especially to those of you who are graduating with minors from the Interdisciplinary Studies and Artist Community Teaching Program. I'm so proud of all of you.
Hello, class of 2021. Even with all the unique challenges this year brought, you still continued to show up, support one another, and create. It was inspiring. Congratulations, and I'll see you out in the world.
Zach Verney, I've never been prouder of you in my entire life. I love how hard you've worked, and I really love that you have never, ever been the person that's let fear dictate or control what you do in your life. Congratulations. Great job in the hard work. I love you so much. Time to go conquer the world.
Congratulations to graduating
class
of
MFA Fine Arts 2021.
God, that was good.